Do you ever feel yourself dissatisfied, like you're not working at your fullest potential? Today, we're going to examine a little bit more about the alignment and what it means to learn and to serve. You see, as we go through the period of learning, it really requires us to do a few things. It requires us to somewhat isolate. And in that isolation, you're going to be learning and extracting as much knowledge as you possibly can. During that time, there's a massive amount of dissatisfaction that you will feel if you are going through the learning part of life. And then you have to take the information that you've learned and turn it into service to others. So I believe we are only here to serve others. So with the desire to serve, we must understand that we have to learn first. So this is the cycle that we go through. Now, there's two types of learning. There's learning in the physical world of learning, and that type of learning is you go to school, you take classes, you pass some exams, and you've learned that information. But have you really learned it? That's a good question that I think most people will say, I don't even remember most of the stuff that I learned. And if you're in that position, then you are not able to apply that into service to others. So you have not fully learned what you needed to learn. I'm going to invite you on a different type of learning. This learning occurs in the mental realm. In your mind, you have access to infinite knowledge. And asking the right questions ignites the access to that infinite knowledge. How amazing would it be if you could ask all the right questions so that you could ignite all the right answers and be positioned in the right position to have life unfold with complete harmony and ease and grace? To be in a most beautiful alignment, so with such fluidity that you wouldn't even believe that this stuff is just falling into place. When you start to understand the cycles that you're going to experience, the cycles of learning, the cycles of serving, you will understand that the pendulum really, it swings in one direction and then it picks up momentum and it swings in the other direction. And then there are moments you're going to pull back and you're going to be back in learning, and then you're going to go forward and you're going to be back in serving. And this continuous rotation just kind of goes back and forth throughout the entire course of your life. Meditation is not just self-reflection. You can also go into meditation with a question. And if you ask the right questions, you will be able to gain access. If you have a nice, clear mind that you're working with, not an overthinking mind. Quiet the overthinking mind by writing down those thoughts before going into your meditation. And then go into your meditation and then ask mentally enabling questions as you're going into your meditation. What am I supposed to do next with this project? What are my next steps? What do I need to learn? How do I take my business to the next level? What do I need to do to grow in my career? What do I need to do next? All of these types of questions will help to direct you and give you direction so that you stay in alignment with your life purpose. When you fall out of alignment, you will experience things like depression. You will experience things like unhappiness, sadness, like you're not working to your fullest potential. And when you get back into alignment, those things fade away. It's about getting into alignment, using what your natural skills, abilities, what you're personally designed to do. You're designed to be this magnificent creature with an abundance of skills and an abundance of knowledge and know-how. But sometimes we don't know how to ask the right questions to get us to that know-how part. Try mentally enabling questions. Try questions that point you in the right direction. And there's one more thing that I want to encourage you to try. If you find yourself at a crossroads where you don't know how to make a decision, I want you to get into a space of surrendering the decision to your mind, to your higher self, to finding the answer. Give the decision over with direction, like point me in the right direction, give me signs so that I know what my next steps are. And anytime that we do this, you'll be amazed at what will show up. You will be amazed and you'll say, oh my gosh, that's such a coincidence. And it never is a coincidence. It always is intuition guiding you to your next step, to your next level, to your higher self. I hope you find this video helpful. Peace and blessings. Hi friends, I have some really exciting news. I have just released the Mental Duality Guide to Life-Changing Results. And this simple guide has transformed so many people's lives because what it helps to do is it helps to open up your awareness to the areas that you may be feeling unsupported, insecure, fearful, trauma that you may have had from the past that you just need to shed some light on and bring your awareness to. And the guide bridges the gap from a negative space over to a more neutral or a high vibrational frequency. So when we see that it's unsupported that we're feeling, we know dualistically that it is support. We need to feel supported in this life. Or if we're feeling insecure, we know that it's security we need to work on feeling, or maybe confidence that we need to work on feeling. And this guide allows you to open up how you actually feel. It allows you to kind of sift through some of the negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions that you might be experiencing and have a way, a bridge to move them from a negative space into a positive space. I've had so many clients just see amazing results. And me, myself, I have gone to this guide in order to identify thought patterns that I was experiencing and analyze those thought patterns if they were positive or negative. Sometimes we get a thought just like seeps into our mind and we can't really put it into a category. But when we sit with a program like this, we understand what our underlying feelings might be, and bridging the gap from the negative over to something that's going to be more neutral or more positive is the secret to our personal growth and development. And this guide is going to guide you through that. Hopefully one day you join us for the Intuitive Ascending Mind program, but this guide is free for you to work on. It's personal to you. And what it'll do is that it'll open up your awareness. And once you go through that transition of opening up your awareness, you understand the areas that you need to work on. And it also will give you some wonderful affirmations to help build you foundationally from the ground up into a more positive, more happier, more healthier version of yourself, and more wealthier, of course. Peace and blessings, my friends.